Ready, set, action.
Hi, I'm Ms.Fine, grade 4 at Robey Elementary, and we're here with Mr. Crosslin today to work with adaptations.
Hey, thanks for that adaptation. You know, we're going to be talking about adaptations. And today, for me, adaptations are so cool because every plant and every animal has adaptations. I know you've been growing plants. I see them over there. And they have adaptations. A stem that goes up. Roots that go down. In fact, let's take a closer look at your plants. Okay, so I went and grabbed a plant that you're growing. This is the Brassica rapis. And if you take a look at this, these stems have an adaptation that they are strong. It would be bad if the stem was all floppy and it would not let the leaves go up towards the sun. Another adaptation is, and this is kind of amazing, plants grow towards the sun. And the sun is light, and the science word for light is photo, and the science word for move is tropic. So a plant is, this is cool, phototropic. That means it grows towards the light. In fact, if I took this plant and I took one of these out, and if I turned it sideways like this, after a few days, the plant's going to go, we have to turn. And the plant would slowly start to grow up. And if we waited a couple weeks and went like this, the plant would go, we have to turn again. That's an adaptation. That helps the plant, so if it falls over, it doesn't just die, it starts to grow. There's another adaptation, the roots on the bottom here. Which way do roots grow? They grow down. In fact, it would be bad if roots grew up and got dried out. So roots go towards the ground. Another name for ground is geo. Roots are geotropic. Plants' leaves are phototropic, and that's pretty cool. There are a lot of plant adaptations that you can learn about. Okay, we're going to focus today not so much on plants. I'll leave that up to you. We're going to focus on animal adaptations. So go ahead and write this. So an adaptation can be two things. Really three steps I want you to know. Number one, it's like a body part. A body part. But the body part has to go with a behavior. So it's a body part and a behavior. Now, both of these body parts and behaviors really won't work unless they're in a habitat that's good for them. So, let me explain what I mean. What if you had what if we had an animal that looked like this? So you draw this, I'll draw. What if you had an animal that looked like this? Let me show you its beak was kind of like this, and it had a head like that, right? It kind of comes down, and that's not the interesting part. The interesting part for me is check out these feet. What if its feet looked like this? What kind of feet are those? Anybody? Go ahead. Web feet. Web feet. So here is a body part. Web feet. Okay? So this bird has web feet. Maybe a duck, right? Now, this guy over here, this bird, and I'm going to make it kind of, this one's kind of menacing. I like this bird. Maybe you know what this bird is? Yeah, I'm trying to make an eagle. Big eagle. But here, let's check out their feet. And these, anybody know what these are called? Claws, or we call them talons. Now, that's a body part. These talons, that's a body part for a bird that needs a certain habitat. Let me ask you this. If you were a duck with feet like that, and you were flying through the air, and you saw a rabbit, and you came down to try to grab that rabbit, would that be successful? Well, let's take a closer look at that, okay? Let me tell you what I mean. Say, I'm a duck flying, right? And you are a rabbit, right? So here I am flying down. I'm hungry. I go to grab you, whack. Wait a minute, whack, 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 whack. You know, with web feet, I could not pick you up, could I? And you just going boing, boing, boing. And I was going, oh man, I wish I had something. But if I was an eagle, I'm flying, I got my talons. So here I come. I see a rabbit. I got one chance because that rabbit's going down, 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 down. See, rabbits have adaptations to bounce and fast, and rabbits have big ears to listen and big eyes on the side of their head to see behind them. But too bad, because I'm an eagle, man. I got these claws. Here I come. Start bouncing, rabbit. Too bad, because here comes my claws, my talons, shunk, and I got him. Oh, sorry. Just for dramatic effect. So you see how the duck, even though the duck had web feet, which is a body part, and the behavior, that would be very bad for a duck to try to catch a rabbit, right? But an eagle that has talons, that's a body part, behavior is hunting, and the prey is a rabbit, that's successful. Now, the duck does win sometimes. So now the eagle lands in the water. The eagle's trying to swim with claws. Can you imagine swimming with claws? What helps the duck swim? What helps the duck swim? Web feet. And that is a good example of adaptation. Check out in your book, take a look up close at both of these. Well, that is so cool. I like the web feet on that. And it matches this guy right here, doesn't it? Very cool. I like your drawings. Let's check it out. Oh, explain this to me. What's going on here?
I don't even know.
You don't even know. You do know. What is that?
Web feet.
Web feet. What are these?
Claws.
Claws. See, you do know.
I don't know what I drew.
Very nice. Understand that a body part and a behavior has to be in a habitat that is useful, right? Now I'm going to read to you a very scientific book. I hope it's not too hard for you guys, okay? You ready? It's a book that I've used in many of my science classes, and maybe you know this book. It's a science book called Brown Bear. Brown Bear. What do you see? Have you heard of this science book? Is it too hard for you?
No.
Oh, well, let's take a close look at Brown Bear, what do you see? Okay, Brown Bear, what do you see? When I hear that word, what I think is, oh, it has fur, an adaptation for keeping it warm. Oh, it has claws for digging to find food. Oh, it has a long nose for smelling where there's a carcass for it to eat. That's what I think. But what comes next? Brown Bear, what do you see? What do you see? What's next? You guys know this book? Yes.
I think it's a fish.
You do? Well, I don't think so. It is a bird. What color bird?
Red.
How did you know that? Red bird, what do I see? But I don't see a red bird. You know what I see? No.
Adaptations.
I see adaptations. I see a feather that allows the behavior to fly, to escape. Aha. Red bird, what do you see? What comes next? What?
Oh, duck.
Say it again.
Duck.
A yellow duck. Now, I don't see a yellow duck. I see a web-foot duck that has an adaptation not to catch rabbits, okay? Okay. Oh, by the way, look on your worksheet, and every time a fish, so far we've said a brown bear. Is a brown bear a reptile, a fish, an amphibian, or a mammal, or a bird? What is a brown bear? Yeah.
A mammal.
Right, brown bear. A bird, a red bird, that goes under bird. A duck goes under bird. Here goes, oh, what comes next? Yellow duck, what do I see? What comes next? Yes.
Bunny.
Bunny, I don't think so. Yes.
Horse.
A horse, but what color, of course?
Blue. No.
How did you know? A blue horse, of course. Now, I don't see a blue horse. I see really strong feet for running away, an adaptation. Blue horse, what do you see? What?
A green fish.
A green fish. No, you're close. What?
Green frog.
What color? A green frog. Looking at me. Now, green is a good color because if you're green and you're a great heron flying by, guess what you see? You see green. You don't see the frog. If you're a frog, your belly's white, and a bass looking up on the bottom, what does the bass see? White sky. Good camouflage. Green frog, what do you see? What? You see strange purple cat looking at me. Now, I have a cat at home, and I also have a dog at home, which is next. But now, my dog in the morning gets up, and he has claws. I hear him walk across the kitchen floor. Clunk, clunk, clunk. My dog could not sneak up on a rock. Now my cat's different. My cat has claws, but they're retractable. My cat pulls his claws in. My cat walks on through. I don't even hear it until my cat gets close to somebody and goes, meow. So that's an adaptation. A cat likes to sneak up on things, so the claws are quiet. Yes. What's next? After purple cat, what do I see?
Dog.
A white dog looking at me. Now I don't see a white dog. I see a long nose that can smell 100 times better than a person to find out where the food is.
Hot dogs.
White dog, what do I see? Yes.
Sheep.
A black sheep looking at me. I don't see a black sheep. I see wool that can be sheared, turned into yarn, and woven. Great adaptations. Black sheep, what do you see? Write this down. It's a new one. It's one of my favorite.
Fish.
A goldfish. It's got fins. All right, check it out.
Elephant.
Goldfish, what do I see? I see a, what? Teacher. Looking at me. Hey, you know, this is a great book, but I have a game to go with it. Let's check out this game. Okay. So to play this game, you need a Beanie Baby. Now, I collect Beanie Babies. Why? Because I like science. Plus, they got beans in them. You could boil them, make bean soup. No, probably not. Anyway, so I look at this lion, and I don't see a Beanie Baby. I see a lion adaptation. So I'm going to play a game. I'm going to say one, then someone else raise their hand and think of another adaptation and see if you can catch it. Ready? Okay, here we go. Big claw, lion. What do you see? I see claws for tearing flesh. Who can think of another adaptation for this? Stand up, yes? What is it?
Eagle.
No, this animal right here. What's another adaptation for this animal? In the back, yes.
Smell.
Stand up. Say the body part. I see a nose. Good for
Smelling food.
smelling food. Here, catch it. All right. Smell nose. What do you see? Hey, pick the next person. Stand up. Who has one? What do you see about that lion? I see a mouth for biting down. Throw him the lion. Big mouth. What do you see? Up here, what do you see? Stand up.
I see.
Think of your adaptation before you raise your hand.
I see a big mane looking at me.
A big mane. Catch it. Pass it on up. Okay. Now the big mane, what's the big mane adaptation for? What does that say about that lion? It says that I am
Big buff.
what? Big and buff, right? The bigger the mane, it's like, hey, I'm big, I'm bad. Big mane, what do you see? Anybody else in the back? What?
Legs.
Legs for what? Stand up and tell us. What?
To run.
Legs for running, to catch prey. Legs for running. What do you see?
Look.
I see eyes for seeing predators.
I see eyes in the front of his head for seeing predators. See if you can throw that to Luke. Okay, Luke, eyes. Hold up the lion. Eyes. What do you see? What do you see?
I see.
Hold up the tail. Show them. What's the tail for? When they run, what is the tail used for?
Balance.
For balance. Throw it to him. I see a tail used for balance. What do I see? All right, so we can do that, and I'll tell you what. You can also do that with the giraffe, the polar bear. How about this? Long neck giraffe. What do I see? Why would a giraffe have a long neck? Tell me. Yes. To reach high food. You know, the bear's going, oh man, I can only get the low ones. The giraffe's going. Hey, if you go to the zoo, a giraffe has a long purple tongue. Purple tongue. What do you see? And what does it use its long purple tongue for?
To get the food.
It takes that tongue and wraps it around the acacia thorn trees and pulls them off. Good one, giraffe. All right, so one more giraffe. Go ahead. Hold it up. Long neck giraffe. What do you see?
Eyes.
Eyes. And what are those eyes good for? Looking for food. And then we have the polar bear. Oh, nice polar bear, nice polar bear. You'll eat me, I know. What do you see? Tell me. What's the fur good for? What? Keep it warm. And why is it white? Blends in with the snow. Stand up and catch this. So a polar bear, white fur, blends in for hunting, fur to keep it warm, waterproof fur. And actually, the fur is like little glass prisms that bring the heat right down to the skin. And that's my adaptation game. Okay, first of all, we have a live animal here, and I never use live animals to scare anybody, so don't be frightened. But if you are frightened, it won't hurt you. This is kind of cool. This is a snake. Now, a snake has some really cool adaptations. Now, oh, I know.
That's a milk snake.
Oh.
That's a milk snake. Oh, that's a milk snake.
Now, this is a, I'll give you a chance to get used to it. And it should calm down. This is a milk snake. Now, a milk snake, it has so many adaptations. A regular snake has so many adaptations. The first adaptation you see it has is that it has a tongue that's flicking out. Now, that tongue is so cool because take your tongue like a snake and go like this. Now, you can't smell as good as a snake. You know why? A snake's tongue is split. So it has, you can only smell with your tongue on the top and the bottom and the sides. A snake can go top, bottom, outside, inside, slit, outside slit. So it uses its tongue and it's longer and it smells the air. Great adaptation. Body part, the behavior, and a good habitat. None of you guys smell like mice, right? No. Then you're okay. But the thing about this snake I love is it has scales, 3 types of scales. On top of it, these scales are for sliding through grass. It has a scale over its eye, which is like goggles, because you don't want to get poked in the eye if you're on the ground. And finally, the bottom, these big flat scales, they're almost like fingernails, and they're for climbing. And each one of these scales has a ligament or a muscle attached to a bone, and this snake can move without any feet or legs. It doesn't need them. I'll tell you that one of the coolest adaptations, though, this snake has something called mimicry. Mimicry, it mimics or it copies another snake that's very venomous. There's no such thing as a poisonous snake. You know that, right? No. Poison is something you eat. Venom is something that gets you. There are venomous snakes. There are no poisonous snakes. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. But this guy looks just like a very venomous snake. He looks like a snake called a coral snake. A coral snake has 3 colors, red, black, and yellow. Does this have red, black, and yellow?
Yes.
And I always try to remember, red on black, friend of Jack, red on yellow, kill a fella. But I'll tell you what, if you're out in the woods down in Florida and you see a snake like this, don't go, let's see, red on black, just observe it, stay away, okay? But red on black, friend of Jack. Look at these colorations. See how the red touches the black? So this one is a milk snake. But it uses mimicry because over many, many generations, raccoons and other animals, when they find a coral snake, they go, oh, bright red, bright yellow, bright black. Leave it alone. It's like nature going, mess with me, you'll be sorry. And so those animals leave it alone. So what happens? Along comes a milk snake. With this adaptation, it's going, dude, you're doing the advertisement for me. I just get to have the benefit. You see that? So it also has a tail for climbing and for making noise. It's not slimy. It's very dry. And it's cold-blooded. These are all body parts adaptations that help this snake. Any questions before we move on? Now, at the bottom of your worksheet is a place called My Pet. And so you can draw either this snake, or if you have a dog or a cat, or if you have your own pet, and list some of the adaptations. Yes, you have a question? You've been so good, such a good listener.
Is it a poisonous snake?
There is no such thing as a poisonous snake, but there are snakes that have venom. And this one is not. I would not be holding it. I would have your teacher hold. No. I'm teasing. No, yes, sir. You have a question? Do I have any more pets at home? My favorite are fish, and I have lots and lots of fish at home. Yes.
Will we get to hold the snake?
You know, I don't want you to hold the snake mostly because it's used to just a few people. But we'll see at the end if that's something. I hate for someone to get bit by a snake because I'll tell you why. You know what the teeth in the snake are? They don't point down. They don't point forward. They point backwards. You see, when a snake bites something, it doesn't have hands to hold on. So it has backwards pointing teeth. So when it goes shoo and gets you, it hooks you. So I would hate for a snake to bite you and you go, ah, and then the snake goes flying across the room. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's not nice to the snake. Yes.
My second grade teacher, Robey, she had that kind of snake.
Yeah, yes, this is a popular pet, but if any animal you have to know its adaptations and you have to know its basic needs. One more comment, then we're going to move on. Yes?
Isn't a rattlesnake, like when he shakes his tail,
Yeah.
isn't he a venomous snake?
A rattlesnake, and we have 3 types of venomous snakes in Indiana. We have a rattlesnake up north. We have some timber rattlers. Sometimes we found those in Indiana. And we also have a copperhead snake. Now, a rattlesnake has a special adaptation. At the end of its tail, one of the scales turns into a button. And every year when they shed their skin, another button will grow. And so it will go brrrr. Now, other snakes know this. This snake, if it gets angry, will take this tail and wiggle it brrrr, back and forth on a leaf or on a limb. And it's like saying, dude, I don't want to bite you. I'm warning you, stay away. And so animals have a lot of behaviors that help them. An animal does not want to fight you. There's no energy. He can't eat you. He just wants to get away and be left alone. All right. Good job. Snake adaptations.
I want to touch it.
How do you
Touch it.
Okay, so let's take a look in your science book. There's an experiment we're going to do. It's called Which Bird Beak Can Crush Seeds? Now, we're going to use a model. And here's our first bird beak. On your desk, you have a cardinal bird beak. Yes, you do. Pick up your cardinal bird beak. Chomp, 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 chomp. Now, is this a real bird beak? No, it's a model of a cardinal. Look in your book on page 230. You'll see a cardinal has a beak that is short and it looks kind of strong. Take your bird beak, put it by your finger, and feel the pressure. Oh! Ah. You get the point? I mean, you get the pressure? Okay. Now, I have another bird beak for you. Put that down. In Indiana, we have cardinals, but we also have great blue herons, and they're really big. Look at their bird beaks. Okay, I made these over the weekend. Check them out. So I want you to think, which one of these would be best for crushing seeds? What do you think? Yes. The cardinal, but that's just your inference, right? You have no experience, but in science, we want evidence. So here's what we're going to do. Step 1, it says make a model of a heron's bird beak. Everybody say check. 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 Step 2, use the heron beak to pick up a seed. Now, the seeds we're going to use are a piece of straw. Is that a real seed? No. This is a model. Models have limitations. Now, I suggest you do it from the side. No, don't use your own hand. Birds don't have hands. Bad bird. Okay, good bird. Never mind. Okay, big bird. There we go. I'm going to whack, whack, whack. And I'm going to pick it up from the side. I'm going to try to pick it up from the side. Yeah. My problem is my bird beak is crooked. There we go. I got it. And I want you to do that. Is that being crushed?
No.
Then under your worksheet, do it 5 times, write yes, no, or don't know. Pick it up 5 times. Go ahead. Start your activity. See if you, and write each time you pick it up, write is it crushed or not crushed. You guys make really good birds. Okay, so you did it 5 times. Did it crush the seed with the bird with the heron beak? Did it? Yes or no? No. Oh, okay. So this heron not good at crushing seeds. Now let's use the cardinal. 5 times. Pick up and observe if it crushes it or it doesn't crush it. Go ahead and do that.
Yes.
Really? This is one bird that won't be eating. Oh, there's a bird with hands. Never seen a bird with hands before.
Oh, my lunch.
All right, do your 5 tests. Record your results. Okay, so you have evidence now. And so the question is, which bird crushes seeds? Which bird beak could crush seeds? Yes. The cardinal or the heron? What do you think? The cardinal. What's your evidence? Did you see that you actually tried it? So, so I want you to think, how is a cardinal's beak better for the forest? Go ahead and write your answers. We'll finish up with that on adaptations. I will try one thing. You could try this. You could try this twice. I'll try it, and maybe you can try it. Let's say I've seen this happen. I've seen a great blue heron do this. Pick up a fish. Let me use your heron stick, right? I've seen a great blue heron pick up a fish like this, but it's the wrong way. I've seen it flip it up in the air and catch it. Now let's see if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that, but I'll try it once and you guys try it. Ready? Here we go. So I got here on blue heron. We'll flip it up, see if I can catch it. If I do, it's a good deal. If I don't, oh well. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? So, wait, did I catch it? One more time, and then you guys can try it. I take it. Oh, almost. I'll try it one more time, and you guys can try it. But don't poke out anybody's eyes, right? So here I go. Here's my blue heron. It's caught a fish. It flips it up. Almost. Hey, I better stick to using one of my adaptations. And we'll talk about, we're going to end the lesson with 3 adaptations that make humans successful. Go ahead and try catching your...
I got it.
You caught it? So we talked a lot about adaptations being body parts and behaviors, but they have to be in the right habitat for it to be successful. Now I asked you just a moment ago, what are 3 things that make humans very successful? I mean, that other animals don't have. What?
Your thumb.
Your thumb. Everybody hold your thumb up. That's very good. Your thumb is opposite your fingers. This allows us to have a thumb that we can make and use tools. Everything you see in this room, from your pencil to your books, people made because of our thumbs. Now there's some other animals that make tools. There might be a chimp that takes a twig, pulls the leaves off, sticks it down a termite's nest, the termites attack it. That's pretty cool. Or a gorilla that takes leaves and puts it and reaches down in a stump and sucks water. Or even a bird that drops a snail onto a rock. But we are the only ones who really make tools. So tool making is one. What's another adaptation we have that really makes us different than any other animal? Yes? Yes.
Talking.
Talking. Everybody raise your right hand. Raise your left hand. Put your hand down. See, in school, I'm able to talk and tell you things. For example, can you imagine what this is like if many, many generations ago, we were hungry, and I said, I'll tell you what, you go over there by the rock, you take your friend by the rock, you guys go chase some deer around here, and when they come, you drop the rock on top of them, and we'll have dinner. Ready, set, go. Now, would you be able to do that?
Yes.
Yes, because we can talk, we can communicate, we can teach. Speech is good. Now, other animals communicate, but not like us. Now, I'm glad. Can you imagine if my squirrels at my house could talk? That would be bad. The squirrels, okay, he's going to get in his car. You guys get ready. When he gets in the car, you go down there and make a bunch of noise on the windshield. And I'll go in the house and we'll get in the refrigerator and get all the cookies. Okay? Ready? Great. It would be bad if squirrels could talk. So, our thumbs, everybody hold up your thumb. Our speech, there's one more thing that makes us successful. What do you think? Yeah? Our brains. We have a huge, complex brain. And I tell you, those are some adaptations that really help us. And if you don't believe me, try spending the rest of the day without talking and not using your thumb. In fact, we'll end this with, don't use your thumb. Try to pick up your pencil and write your name. It's not so easy. Let's see someone try that. Oh, you're using a thumb. No thumbs. Oh,
I actually wrote it better.
you wrote it better without. How about this? Who can tie and untie their shoes without their thumbs? Let's try it. No thumbs. 2 fingers only. Well,
It's easy for me.
it's easy for you. No thumbs. No thumbs. So, as you can see, there's a lot to learn about adaptations. And I guess the biggest thing is that our thumbs, our speech, and our brains make us successful. Other animals have bigger claws, run faster, stronger, thicker fur. Luckily, we have our brains. Hey, good luck on your adaptations. I hope they work out for you. Let me see you tie those shoes again with those.
I did it.
Yeah, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.